but this falls under administrative services. So a nursing home administration or administrator oversees the daily operations of a nursing home. Sometimes this is like a nursing home and assisted living. They're like the same facility. They also manage the budget, hire and train of new staff, making sure that the facilities are clean for the tenants, residents, everyone that's living there, and even the people that are working there. They're making sure that these tenants, residents are ensuring the proper care. The reason I got into healthcare administration was because when I first turned 16, I got a job at the nursing home, and I really fell in love with working there, and that's what made me piqued my interest in healthcare. The requirements to become a healthcare administrator include a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration or a related field. This could include like business management, marketing, stuff like that. You also need a licensure in the state you plan to work in. Say I got my Minnesota nursing home license. I would be Peyton Barone, LNHA. You also have to pass the National Core and National Nursing Home Administration Line of Service examination. In the state of Minnesota, it's required that you have 20 hours of continuing education every year in order to keep up with your licensure. Out of the 8 things, I chose Monarch Healthcare Management as this was the first place I worked at in healthcare. You have opportunities to become a nursing home administrator as well as an assisted living administrator, but what I have tend to see is that you're running both. It's not like they have separate for each. You're just doing both. Monarch Healthcare Management was founded in Minnesota, which I currently live in. They have long-term care, rehab units, independent living, memory care, assisted living, and memory care nursing home. There is plenty of career advancement throughout the company. Nurses can become the director of nursing, and administrators can work their way up the corporate ladder. Centricare. Where I currently work is the St. Cloud Hospital pictured here, which was founded in central Minnesota. They have hospitals, clinics, nursing homes, etc. Centricare as a whole is like very nurse-based. So all the directors in the hospital have their RN license, BSN. It's actually required at St. Cloud Hospital to be a nurse in order to be in leadership, which I think is pretty cool. But unfortunately for me, that means I would have to go back to school. So I have considered going back to nursing school after I graduate. But they do have nursing home stuff too. The Mayo Clinic, which I'm sure everyone has heard of. It's one of the top-ranked hospitals in the country. They have a major presence in the Midwest, being Rochester, Minnesota. Many different areas that I could go into, which would be epidemiology, which they actually have an internship that I'm looking at in epidemiology. Once again, being unit administration, staffing administration, and many more opportunities. Sanford. If you're from South Dakota, I'm sure you've heard of Sanford. Personally, I've never been to Sanford as I'm from central Minnesota, but their headquarters are in Sioux Falls. They're kind of a more religious-based practice, and they value rural health. As I am from a small town in Minnesota, I think that's really cool that they value rural health. Avera Health, also headquarters in Sioux Falls. They're also kind of the more religious based. You can see on their picture. They are big on diversity. I feel like it's cool that they're founded by 2 women because not many things like back in the day were founded by women. The Department of Veteran Affairs. There is a campus in St. Cloud, which is not too far from me. Why this piques my interest is because you're serving those who have served us. It's strictly for veterans. If I wasn't in, serve for a nation, I can't go there. They have great employee benefits. You get a pension in retirement after 5 years. Good health insurance and a 401k. North Memorial Health. It primarily has hospitals. They are smaller in size, which I think it would be good for me to start off working there as a new grad from the healthcare services field. And lastly, the Minnesota Department of Health. It protects overall health of all Minnesotans. It's a state program. It has a variety of jobs for health administrators. They have to meet with them yearly in order to keep their credentials. When I worked at the nursing home, everyone's like, oh my gosh, state's coming this day. So that's when everyone's kind of panicking because you want to make sure you're doing your job right. And my preference would be to work at Monarch Healthcare when I get out of health services field or finish my schooling, as they are kind of a bigger corporation.